Hello.
Hello, are we live today?
We are alive and well.
Hmm. You sure you have survived? You survived the week so far?
I think so. I think so. I'm a
Hang on,
survivor.
like a tiger. What's that? I'm trying to refer to like Rocky. It's like I am the tiger.
Dun 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 dun. Wait, but does it actually have a survivor in the lyric?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. I believe it does. I believe it does.
Oh, whoops! I almost forgot to change the poster.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, naughty me. Anyway,
Naughty.
we're not talking about Scream today, and we're not talking about Dune nor Batman, but we will get to it later. What are we talking about today?
Hmm. Yes. Today we have transitioned ours. Well, I mean, it would be great if we have weeb anime versions of ourselves, but apparently we don't have one. Um,
So you really want to make a potato chan, aren't you?
yes, yeah. I want no. I want to become potato. Potato senpai.
Potato
Mm,
senpai.
yes, and then actually in my screen now I can see like a little girl. It's like floating back and forth, which is kind of cute and a bit
Wait,
Okay, I
what?
don't want to make that
What?
joke because I want to stay PC. So, all right, let's get into the the episode. We're talking about Belle today. How do you actually pronounce it? Belle or Bella? Belle?
Belle? Belle, I think.
Belle?
Yeah, because I mean, even in the movie proper, right? They did mention that Belle means beautiful in French.
Ah, okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Hmm. Yeah, this is an interesting movie. It was directed by by a Japanese dude. His name is obviously he's a Japanese dude, right? Um, I think his name is Hamado
Mamoru Hosoda, I think.
Mamoru Hosoda. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
He made a couple of classics before, like um, I think there's like one movie. It's called Over You or something. Is it?
Oh, for you? Hmm. Don't know about that.
I mean, I'm not very familiar with his work because I'm not really okay. I'll be honest. I don't really watch a lot of it. Well, recently I do watch a lot of that, but
It's
not as much.
okay. It's okay.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. Okay, first thing is I'm very sorry if I'm not as I don't belong into the weeb culture, but I'm getting into it. Everybody will have to start somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah. All right. How about this? Let's start from you. What do you think about uh Belle?
Well, as you probably see in the social media post, right? I really like musical movies. Although I did mislabel it as a musical movie. It's not a musical, right? It's not a musical because the thing is, like musical, you interwove the songs as part of the dialogue. But in this one, they actually find legit reason to sing that still makes sense
You
in real
know,
life.
even in the Disney version, I it can be considered a musical.
Because it
To
is a
be
musical,
fair,
the Disney version, but I'm not talking about the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast. I'm talking about this movie
mm,
proper. It's not musical because they like Belle or rather Susu, right? The human user. She doesn't
mm-hmm.
actually use song to like she used songs to convey her emotions, right? As a form
Okay,
of self-expression, but
okay,
it's not like she talks using songs.
okay.
Mhm. But yeah, in any case, I really like music. Like I'm the kind of person who once I listen to the music randomly, right, anywhere it may be. For example, let's say um, just random Spotify songs, and like damn, I'm digging this. I will check it out. Ooh, it's from a game or a movie. I'll
Hmm.
definitely check it out. Like that's how I
Hmm.
got into Fire Emblem because
Hmm.
I play random songs, right? No. I think like
Hmm.
there's a Fire Emblem character DLC from Three
Hmm.
Houses in Smash, and then like,
Hmm.
damn, I'm digging this, and then like I bought the game because I love it, and then I get into Death Stranding the same way.
Yes, yeah, yes. Of course, you have to get Fire Emblem. You imbecile, degenerate.
Although, actually, speaking of Death Stranding, right? I do know that Ludwig Fossel, one of the main composer for the song, some of the music in Death Stranding, actually do compose some of the musics here in Belle.
What?
Yeah, Ludwig
Wow.
Fossel. Yeah, no, but he didn't
Ah,
compose songs. He just composed like instrumental music during more like relaxing scene or tense scene that doesn't have any vocal songs.
I think I think the case is like, oh, we have this really talented European composer who's like really who knows his stuff,
Mhm.
and then when you start to compose like the soundtrack for them, and then like the director's like, uh uh uh, uh okay, Joru-san, uh I know this music piece, this is not very doesn't really fit the film. So we might have to maybe change some things here and there. Would you agree? And then the guy's like, nope, nope. This is what I want. You use it or you don't use it. It's like, oh, sorry, very sorry. I think we need to let you go.
Actually,
I don't know why I sound like an Italian Mario for some reason. I think the House of Gucci's like
mm,
cancer is still in my head. I mean, you can clearly see it's already growing out of my potato, right?
oh boy, just the stress growing out from you, and you start growing
Mm-hmm.
horn, and you become evil or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've become like a mustache twirling villain.
Although now you mentioned it, right? Now you make that joke. On Wikipedia, it's actually has an interesting entry here because Mamoru Hosoda, right, the director, um, he really wants a musical, but but the thing is he can't make how to put this, like he can't make a musical story that fits with his vision that's actually like coherent, but he still want to put music as the central plot, and he puts so much emphasis, right, that one of the notes that he makes for the songs that to be composed is that even if it's sung in Japanese, it has to carry that emotional weight that everyone can enjoy, even if they don't understand Japanese. And oh boy, it really
and
delivered.
and guess what?
What?
I believe a lot of people actually watched the English dub version, which I was just why? Why would you do that?
I mean, to be fair, right? For people like me, I still watch English sub anime, but I do enjoy
Mhm.
dub from time to time. So, for example, that's why I watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in English after as my second time watching, because it's just
Interesting.
it's very fun, because like those English dubber, they really have fun with it, and then either crank it up or actually put some quirky lines, and some of them,
Okay.
yeah, some of them are very tongue-in-cheek. For example, like there's a character that's sort of reminiscent to Cowboy, and he's voiced by the guy who voiced McCree in Overwatch, so they somehow
Oh,
fit in the word "it's high noon" for him to say.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But
Hmm.
here, okay, what do you think about the songs, Wilson?
Okay. The songs. Good point. I think it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I still prefer. Okay, here's the thing, because I watched the Disney version again, right, before coming into this podcast. Now, I and
I like
yes,
how
I
you,
believe.
even though we're jokingly call it like a Japanese rehash of Beauty and the Beast, I feel like it's not doing it any justice because it has that deeper meaning compared to Beauty and the Beast, and it is one key plot point, but it doesn't define the entirety of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, but I'm just making a statement. I'm not criticizing. You go on.
I think the music serves its purpose. You
Mhm.
know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I believe there I mean, here's the thing. I cannot just say this. Oh yeah, the music is great because the thing is, Disney. I'll be honest with you. Even though recently they're just being complete animals, as in like they don't give a crap about artistic creativity anymore. They just want to make money anyway, so they just remake their classics from time to time again. They actually remade the Beauty and the Beast Beauty and the Beast in live action, like what, a few years ago,
Mhm.
and I'm just why.
Even
um,
but even as the remake, right? In the remake, they do put a bit of extra touch here and there. I
yeah,
mean,
but
a
it's
lot of them are irrelevant, but I actually enjoy it Evermore. The song after Belle leave the castle, and then the beast just singing in his lonesome that he actually love her. It's actually I really like it. I listen on repeat at one point.
yeah,
Like yeah,
yeah.
again, like I told you, like I'm really get attached to songs as long as they're
Are you
good.
are you are you, are you those one of those guys who actually legit enjoyed The Greatest Showman?
No, I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. I want to ask you, what kind of musicals have you watched so far, and which one you've enjoyed?
I love Lost Stars. I think Lost Stars is probably the best, followed by La La Land for me.
The what? Lost
Oh, sorry, no,
Stars?
no, no. Lost Stars is the name of the song. The name of the movie is Begin Again. It's Keira Knightley and
Uh,
Adam Levine.
I actually haven't seen that one yet.
Oops, we got a Botsy over here.
What do you mean by a botsy? I mean, to be fair, I like when musicals are done right, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Yep.
bit subjective too. Um, like what, I think like a couple of months ago, or actually I think it's about a year ago. Like me and my film gang, we watched Singing in the Rain. That is a classic musical. It's great, actually. It's
Mm-hmm.
very very wholesome, and the music actually serves with the plot. It's actually pretty challenging to do, to be honest with you. It's like its own skill because you need to compose songs, but then you also need to talk with like your screenwriter to like, okay, does this work in this scenario? Does this work in this
Mm-hmm.
context? Does it actually contribute something with the characters, journey, their emotions,
Mm-hmm.
conflicts, whatever, it's a lot of effort. So when that stuff was done right, I was actually pretty blown away. So like La La Land,
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that they're able to do that. I mean, to be fair, the director he came from a musical background, so it makes sense. But not too sure about Belle, but it's like, yeah, it's catchy, But I'm pretty sure I'm going to just forget about it within like a month or two.
I have to say that I have like I really like the movie. I do, but I do agree with you. It does have a bit of flaw here and there. But in terms of
What kind
songs,
of
mwah.
flaws? Well,
Let's discuss
well,
about it
well.
later.
Before we go to that, we can still talk about the good stuff
Yeah,
first.
exactly. That's what I'm doing. So, um, like the
What do
songs
you
like
like?
mwah, visuals mwah, chef's kiss. Um,
Mm, Not chef's kiss, but okay, it's fine.
but yeah, but they do marry both together very well, and I really like the characters. The characters are very endearing.
Not all the time, I guess. No, probably not all the. Wait, yeah, most of the times.
Mhm.
Oh, like there's like this one scene. Um, I think it was at the end where everybody like says like sing along. La la la.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And that one is kind of pretty cute. But that's like the only. It's like that one and the beginning where the main character comes into the well.
Mhm.
Apparently, in this movie, there is a like this other virtual world called You.
Yeah.
You're right. And then when she comes there, like for the first time, she just sings apparently, and it's also auto tuned. Like, oh, okay, I guess that's fine. And
You know,
those are like the only two things that I find is very very intriguing, at least from my perspective.
actually, you're right though. It did caught me off guard. First time watching, I didn't realize there's an auto tune. But then when I listened to the same song on Spotify, and well, I just realized, hang on, was it auto tune?
Yes, there is auto tune.
uh,
It's a bit of a shame, but it is an auto tune.
I have to say that one is probably the weakest song of all.
Which one?
The one where she just got in and started singing. The moment she got into you as Belle. That's the weakest song in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, come on, like you have the song where she sing to the beat to the dragon, like to open up his heart, and like lend his voice.
Open up his heart.
I mean, well, it's practically achieving that thing, but the song is called "Lend Your Voice," and then there's "Million Miles Away," and I think you sing like one more time, but I can't remember. Yeah,
okay.
But like the first one, I actually don't really like it. You can call me crybaby or whatever you want, but it actually.
Oh, you are a crybaby.
I am.
You're a crybaby.
Yes.
You you want? Do you need some mama's milk, eh, little boy?
I mean, that's too far.
Oh.
Alright. Anyway, so I actually shed a tear a little bit during the end, because I don't know, it's like something about it, right? The quality of this song and everything is like, it just builds up to that moment, and like, oof, so great. And I'm the kind of person who's like, oh man, why it's so good? My eyes getting watery. Quality. But yeah, it's really moving at the end. Although I feel like the mood's how to put this, like the mood was kind of killed when the moment the whale came out. But it's still okay.
I want to see that whale having a spin-off on its own.
A digital whale.
I want a whole movie about that whale. Because the thing is, like, okay, do you know there's literally a movie called I think it's called Tire or something.
Tired.
So it's literally a killer wheel.
Oh, Tire, that movie. Yes. Wait, why you brought it up?
It's literally a tire. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you have money, if you know people who can make movies, you can do anything. You can make you can write a script of a killer tire, because the whole movie is just a tire rolling around, like, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of nowhere in America, and just killing a bunch of hillbillies.
Yeah, but we're not talking about. Oh, let's make a spin-off of an unimportant object. So, what do you think of the story, by the way? Let's hear your take. Oh, I can already smell it. I can already smell that we're going to have a lot of argument now.
Expectations subverted, because you know what? I think Belle as a character is good. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I like Belle. I like Belle.
Wait, Suzu or Belle?
Both. I'd say. Well, actually, I like Suzu more than Belle, because Belle is Okay, here's the thing. Because technically in the movie, there's like two stories going on. So there's like Suzu, just trying to rescue this little boy.
We didn't know about it, right?
That's later. But I like that one more than the Beauty and the Beast clone story. So I'd say, here's the thing. I like her journey. I kind of wish that the ending is a little bit more I say this,
flesh out.
Not only fleshed out, it's just more clear to the audience that she loves him in a way like her brother, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
It's not really clear, like, so do you go all the way to the other side of Japan, probably risking your life to save a boy because you love him as, like a partner, or is it like more like a brother? It's not very clear.
I do agree with that. I feel like I wish they could have expanded later. Like
Mm,
what happened to them later, because that's the thing
mm,
though, right? After she rescued them, which is basically by standing up against their dad, then what?
mm,
You don't know what happened, right? They just like, oh, thank you
mm.
for giving us courage, and then like she just come back to her hometown, no explanation. But we'll just assume that it's happy ending. Maybe they go off to a new
in my
family or
in my
something.
sick mind, I wanted to be more of like the partner relationship, but that's just like, the 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 pedo police is gonna be knocking on my door, like literally, like they're probably are already on their way now, but well,
It won't call it like that because they're still high schoolers after all of them.
uh
But that's
actually,
but
wait. I thought Japan just recently changed the age of consent, right?
wait,
Like to 18 something.
218.
Yeah, yeah,
I always
yeah,
thought
yeah,
that
yeah,
Japan
yeah.
is younger than that, like 16.
No, it used to be 13. I remember. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know why I know about this, but bear with me.
Mhm.
It was to be 13, and then
Oh
it
come
changed.
on, man! This is supposed to be a wholesome story, and then like suddenly you have to add that like, oh, there must be a darker undertext here. There's a darker undertones going on.
Do you know there's a much darker Beauty and the Beast movie that was actually released before Disney's version?
I'm not surprised because wait, is it written by Grimm's brother?
I think so, because I think it's made in somewhere in the 80s. I think it's also done by a Italian director. Oh, of course it's an
Hmm.
Italian director. Of course it's gonna be freaking weird, right?
Well, actually, speaking of dark movies, right? Well, a lot of people say that there's this Disney movie that's super dark. It's called The Black Cauldron.
Really?
Yeah,
That's dark?
that it's super dark. They said. But we'll check it out next time. We'll check it out next
I
time.
thought I thought I thought like the one that people talk about is like Magic Mouse or something. The
You
the
mean Fantasia?
Yeah, Fantasia, yeah, that one.
Hmm.
But hey, it's Disney. Like you can't go that dark, right? Right? Oh, wait, shit. I just remembered they're actually they used to be really known for like killing parents.
Killing
They're so
parents.
obsessed with that it's like, oh, now it's already a trope for Disney itself. Like, oh, okay, your main protagonist. Literally, at the very beginning of the movie, so you have like this really wholesome family, hanging around, and then you're like, oh no, oh no. Even when I was like, I think when I was a kid, like when I was watching like Finding Nemo, and then I was like, oh, this is amazing. He's like, oh no, oh, oh no.
well,
Well, it's not that bad, but I thought it would get to that point because it was at that time it was by Pixar first. Wait, has Disney bought Pixar back when Finding Nemo came out?
I don't know. Maybe they're still separate entities. Well, I mean, technically they are still now.
But the thing is, like, because Disney has like such a huge um like statement, right, for like the animation industry. So a lot of other companies are kind of starting to imitate some of their tropes, like it or not,
Hmm.
to kind of like appease the market, right? So yeah, so when I was a kid, I was like, oh no, they're gonna do this, are they? Oh no, please don't. And okay, and apparently it's not the case, because it's more of like, oh, the father lost the son. So now it was like a reverse, like the father not only lost his son and want to find the son, but also the father is also finding himself. Ooh, it's really deep.
Yeah,
Okay, back to Belle.
but okay. We can still connect it to Belle in an interesting way because that's the thing though. Like, this is probably the first time in a while that I see the story where the parents died not because like, oh, they got killed by a bad guy, oh, because of accident, oh, life shit. But this one
No, no, the
is
mom just want to be a hero.
No, don't say want to be a hero. It's like it has a bad connotation to it. But she is a hero.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Hmm?
I mean, the mom just made a really terrible decision.
But the kid will die though.
But still, like, why would you risk your life just to save that kid, and then potentially well, and
Like,
in
what
this
would you
case,
do?
actually traumatize your daughter, like,
So,
for life.
I mean,
Mm.
that's a horrible thing to say, really. But because the thing is, it's still a kid, and like, sure, maybe it's the kid's fault getting into that situation, but doesn't
She's
that?
a really terrible parent. Honestly, she's a really terrible parent.
Holy
I'll
shit!
just.
What the
It's a
fuck,
fact.
man?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Uh,
It's a fact.
I have to use my angry emoji for this one, but seriously, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
What, like, she's being so sweet and all, like, and it's probably spur of the moment, but I feel like, do we actually have the right to say that she's a terrible parent?
The thing is that if you, I mean, I get her intention that she wanted to set like an example, but
What do you mean setting an example? Like, you have no time to set the example. You have to save the kid.
yeah, but okay, okay. Here's the thing: if that's my kid, I'll probably do it. But if it's someone else's kid, I might have to think twice.
Hmm.
Because
Uh,
if someone else's kid, it's not her own kid. Because if it's her own kid, then okay, I kind of get it. I'll probably do the same. But no, like,
well,
okay.
well, here's my opinion on this, right? Because, like, I suppose we as an adult, right, we have the responsibility to take care of our kids and all, and
Yeah, our
to
kids,
not
right?
abandon them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But and maybe she made a decision and it's bad, and okay, but she still saved her life, and up to that moment, it's never established that she is an abusive parent. So I think it's a bit too far calling her a bad parent.
No, I'm talking about like only for that scenario. Like that is a bad decision that she made, and it's a life-threatening decision too.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean that's correct though, and it sucks. Although
but hey, if that doesn't happen, then there's no movie. So.
that's true.
Mm.
But that's the thing though. Like this is the first time in a while where I see that the parent died. Um, how to put this? Trying to do the right thing, not necessarily being the hero, just at least trying to do what they think is right, and then
Mm.
they pay for it. But it's based on their own action, really, rather
Yeah.
than like, oh, they got killed. I will avenge my parents or something, or like the parents being irresponsible. Okay, maybe slightly irresponsible, but wholeheartedly irresponsible. I don't think that's the right way to say it. I
Mm.
was actually a bit like,
Mm.
you're like one of those characters who make bad comments on her mother. Like, I was legit pissed in that scene. Like afterward, like, oh yeah, like how dare she leave her kids like that? Like she's being irresponsible. Like, okay, but what happened if, like, I wonder if you can say the same thing if she actually rescued your kid. I suppose maybe we're living in Western culture, right? We do appreciate like act of heroism like this, especially like this kind of like act of saving families and protecting the young ones and the weak. I suppose maybe in different places it'll be lauded as heroism.
Didn't expect it to be a heated argument, but here we are.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, you did say something that really ticked me off, but it's all right.
would you like a hug?
Shut up.
Would you like a hug?
Continue with the conversation if you want to apologize.
Okay, fine. We'll
Yeah.
continue. Um,
Yeah.
oh, I like this one. There's like a scene where the character, the a bunch of these like it's pretty much Suzu's friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they like all of these like a gang they met at the station, and then apparently they all have like crushes like on each other. It's
Oh
really weird.
yeah, right. Like the
It's not it's
popular,
weird and it's also very funny.
yeah, the popular girl and the weird guy, right?
Yeah,
Oh man, that's so sweet. I laugh so hard.
yeah.
Man,
Hmm.
like I wish there's more like this kind of like sweet moments more in like other media, like let's on in Hollywood or something like that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But now Hollywood's like, nah. We're just gonna make more Uncharted.
I haven't watched Uncharted yet, so don't know what to say. But I assume it'll be
No, no,
another
no,
brainless movie.
no. They're like, we're gonna make more Beauty and the Beast. Oh, there's a second movie. Oh, you know what? Let's make a live action of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that? Yes, we can.
More Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, more Beauty and the Beast. So
Oh,
I don't know what's like. I haven't even seen the sequels. Like, what's gonna happen?
Wait,
I
hang
thought
on. There's a
really like
sequel? Like, wait, you're
there
not
is
joking?
there is this. I mean, not the live
What?
action version, but like
Like, is it
the original one. Yeah,
is it like a direct to video
yeah,
kind of format?
yeah. Of course. There is
Is
a
it a
sequel. I mean, the
good
thing is like,
sequel?
no, the weird thing is there's so many sequels from like these classical animations, right? From
Hmm?
Disney. Yeah, from Cinderella. I think there's like another one from what's the other one? Elora. Wait, what's the movie's name? I forgot. Yeah, that one, the Elora. Just like Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, that one has a bunch of sequels too. Obviously, Snow White. Yeah, it's. I mean, nobody watches them. I mean, if you're a Disney fan, then I guess you might have. But if you enjoy it, it's great. But not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I have a very particular taste in cinemas. I'm like, you peasant. No, I'm just kidding. You're amazing. So yeah, that's funny.
The bourgeois?
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois? Oh, yeah, is it
Sorry, I'm offending
bourgeois
French
class?
people now.
No. Like I was about to say Borgus. Borgus? Like that kind of like the kind of class that the communists hate. But anyway, sorry, I'm making political joke and like a movie review of a wholesome movie.
Okay. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I also
Mhm.
noticed there's a lot of did you notice there's a lot of 3D models be animated like in on screen.
Yeah, which is the point, right? Where the real
Mm.
life is actually it's 2D, while everything in you they use 3D model, which kind of fit the
Wait,
purpose.
everything?
Almost everything. You sometimes can notice that some model are still 2D animated. I wonder if it's
Mm,
because
mm,
of cost constraint. Like, why would you make 3D model when they only appear in one scene?
true.
Yeah. But
Mm.
yeah, it's very interesting, right? Like, has a very like it really established that both world, the real life and the world of you, have a completely different art style.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's very seamless. I really enjoyed
Hmm.
the way they actually even implement like the this. I think in animation they call it sketch and tune, if I'm mistaken. So it's like, yeah, sorry, cell shading. There you go, sir, cell shading. Um, so it's like flat lighting, but it obviously works the best with like animation, especially like blending with 2D. And it's okay. What the first time I saw it, I thought I was like, wait, is this movie even finished?
Wait, what do you
Like,
mean?
no, like when the characters, okay, so when Belle enters like the U world, right?
For the first time, yeah.
Yeah, for the first time, I was like, wait, is this even finished yet? Like, when the movie looks like this, like so many, there's so many models and like even the background, it looks really uh not dead. Is just it's like flat. It looks really flat.
Oh yeah, that's the thing though, right? Isn't there like that's a common animation technique these days? Even if you're using 3D world, it's cheaper to make 2D palette background palette. Like that's what happened with
Mm.
Arcane.
No, I'm talking about like, okay, in Arcane, it's okay. Arcane is a bit different because that's a very stylized 3D, right? A very rustic stylized
Yeah, but
3D.
the background is still actually flat 2D plate that's actually I think projected on the 3D objects. I think
Yeah,
that's how it
but
works.
I think no, I think no. What I'm saying is for Bell, right? Um, have you seen like those like VFX breakdown videos of like their like step by step of like progress from like the beginning, and then they like when, yeah, they like do like the concept art, and they try like to model stuff, and then they like add like some shaders, textures, blah 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 blah, post effects, and then you put like some sort of like nice looking layer, and then the scene is done. This one feels like step 2 out of 5. Like you haven't added like the post processing like stuff yet. So when I'm seeing it, I thought so like the background and the foreground, it's kind of blending in together. So it's sometimes like it's hard to see what's going on. Again, maybe because I don't know. In case you guys didn't know, actually I'm a partially colorblind, so it does blend like a little bit. Not to the point that it's unwatchable. I just have more of a problem with that, with like Redline. As a matter of fact, even though I like the movie more than this, but yeah, that's at least what I think about the animation. It's still good, very good. It's just the I mean the reality, like the real world is no problem with that. It's great. The virtual world is the one that sometimes it's great. Well, I mean, most of the time it's great, but sometimes like I don't know what I'm seeing here. I mean, I guess it's good. Just keep moving, keep the film roll.
Yeah, I do agree that sometimes when they're in the world of you, right, it gets a bit noisy because like they try to depict like, oh, there's millions and millions of people watching her live, right? There's like all this model moving around. Yeah, it's a bit noisy sometimes, and sometimes like I just don't know where am I supposed to look at. But it's for the most part, yeah, it's serviceable. Like how to put this? Like I'm not the kind of person who's like, ooh, the world of you, ooh, it's interesting, like wonderful. No, I'm just here to see Belle. That's it. Which probably like makes me one of the user anyway. Just
to
like
be
I
honest
don't
with
care.
you, I find the Facebook metaverse more interesting than you, but that's like a completely different kind of interesting. It's like I'm interested to see that falling apart, instead of like wow, this metaverse is amazing, wow, I wanna see more.
Well, to be honest with you, I actually have a complete opposite thinking because the thing is, metaverse as it stands, right? It doesn't have that kind of like virtual reality sense to it, because you don't dive into that world. There must be a term for it, right? Like I'm checking into the matrix or something. It's like, no, with metaverse, I think it's just like VR headset, but you're not really diving deep. You don't really like have a full body expression. But with Belle,
They're
which
getting
is
there. They're getting there.
yeah, they're getting there, but it's not to the Belle level. Although, funnily enough, right, I actually wonder a lot of logistical issue with the world of you.
Yes. Let's talk about the logistical
Yeah,
issues
like I'm not
now.
like honestly, I think they encapsulate the like that kind of internet netizens bullshit, bullcrap online very well. And like, oh, like she must be a fake, like like a bunch of trolls and doxers.
Well, not well. No, I don't think there's doctors, because if they're doctors,
It's
then
implied, highly implied, because of the the
are
unfailer.
you sure?
Yeah, because like that's the thing though, right? You if you get unfailed by Justin, like that justice dude, then you show your real self, and so it does raise problem with doxing, I think.
Oh, I like me, because like before I mean, yeah, we have this episode together. I was talking about this with like our friend, like from our RK
Mr. Lee,
episode.
oh Mr. Lee,
Mr.
yeah.
Lee, yeah, I talked with him about this, and then he said, and the term I like to describe like these guys, these flashy Garo dudes, is the incel bros, like flashy incel bros.
Oh boy, can you imagine
Mm.
like such a community in the world of you? It's just like standing around. No, they're
Technically,
probably
they are incels, right? I mean, not exactly incels,
uh,
but it does remind me a lot of that, and I think that's supposed to
it
mock
kind of does.
incels.
I, I
in
don't
particular?
I don't think it's necessarily incel, but I mean there's a lot of scums and assholes on the internet anyway, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily need to be incels to be assholes. Like, but seriously, like at one point, there's a bunch of people. So, remember when Suzu's talking to Kate, like the kids that's being abused, right? The dragon kid, right?
Oh yeah,
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 and like there's actually people who watch a stream and it's like, oh, there's domestic abuse. Should we report to the police? Haha, probably not. And then leave like, what the fuck?
Actually, I think in the real world, that people will actually legit call the cops, like
Oh
for real.
yes, yes, yes.
You know,
But let's
because
be real. There's probably like some people on the internet who actually do that. Maybe.
it's actually not very common, to be honest with you. Because like, if you okay, let's say like now, let's say let's say now, like I'm staying with like an abusive like a partner, and then my partner just like beating me, you know, until I fucking bleed, right? So I'm gonna pretty much call the police, you know,
Most likely.
especially like let's say if like one of my friends who's actually watching my stream, and he's like, oh no, yeah, I'm gonna call the police like now, you know,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. Obviously there can be some trolls, but I think the percentage is closer to like um let's say if there's 10 viewers, six okay, six of them are like people who actually want to watch your stuff. Two of them might be trolls. The rest might just have your stream in the background, which usually is the
Yeah,
case for our stream. Oh
don't say
no.
that. Sooner
Hmm.
or later, we'll have more audience and we'll have more feedback, so we'll get better.
That's why you need to donate to our Patreon channel, which
We
is
don't have
Potato
one.
Touching.
We
Nah, we
don't
don't
have
have
one.
one. Not yet. But we'll soon set up. Okay. Yeah. Back to the topic. Yeah. About that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. How do I put this? But it does highly imply that that kind of awkward happened because remember, in case that like, oh yeah, I'll help you in the like walking term because nobody actually ever helped them before. It's like they just say that they will, but nobody make up to their promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
so it kind of
which,
yeah, it kind of
mhm.
implies that it happens often.
I'm not sure like if like even the universe of you,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is it Japan only or is it worldwide? That's the thing.
Ah
Like
yes.
it's not very clear because if
Coming.
it's worldwide,
Mhm.
I think honestly I think that would be even more interesting because like you're gonna have like people from like different backgrounds and they're gonna act in a certain way. So like let's say if like this dude who's who is like you know being the dragon in the virtual world.
Mhm.
Is he technically a dragon?
Well, I suppose
Is
his yeah, he looks like a dragon, at least a dragon head, because you know, like, it's more of a lizard look to it with a long horn. It's like more of an
yeah,
Eastern dragon.
Eastern Dragon looks much better than this, but okay.
I still dig the design.
You know like those like awesome dragons from like those Chinese like scrolls. It's like oh
Eh,
damn, this is amazing. And then you got like this like is this a Halloween costume?
nah, it's still okay because I think it's still try to emulate the. No, sorry, not emulate. Still trying to establish that this is the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. So they kind of
Mm.
try to go creative, but at the same time, recognizable enough that you can make the parallel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right. Back to the logistic issue, right? Because you're right, though. Because they did mention a few times that there are 5 billion user, right?
5 billion, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, 5 billion user. Just for context, right? I think today's world's population is 7 billion or 8 billion.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so like you can tell that it's definitely not concentrated in Japan. Plus, you get to see few Caucasians and probably I assume Africans because of their skin tone. No, no, I'm not being racist. I'm being factual. And then I'm just thinking to myself, huh? How do you? That's being racist. How do you actually like communicate with one another, talking with one another? Like, do you have like how to put this? Like is the translation technology is good, so good that you can communicate without having to read.
I
And
really hope that's the case. Unless
probably,
if they work together with like
yeah.
their version of Google Translate, which obviously will have some sort of m-
Mhm.
monetary commission, uh, like thing going on.
Yeah.
But then the worldview is technically it's like a free internet, like virtual internet, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Is it
it is.
technically free?
I have no idea because it's
That's
still
how they make
like
money. Oh yeah, from the sponsors.
from the sponsors, which is technically outside of you, but they have stake in the world of you. And that's the thing though. Justin did mention that there are the voices, right? The creator of the world of you, but it still remain in mystery. Like who are they?
Mm, I mean, they didn't even bother to like at least somewhat tell us like who are these. I mean, again, like at least like it properly introduced. You don't have to like actually show them. Okay, I don't really care about like who they look like or whatever. Just at least show that these people actually are running this stuff.
I ha-
Like there are legit admins, and people are kind of a bit scared of dealing with these people because obviously they own this whole server.
yeah, like I have to say, right?
But no, it's just a bunch of like these insult bros. It's like, hey, what are you doing outside late at night? You need to get out of this. You need to get out of this castle.
Oh, by the way, the sound is echoing. My sound is
Right?
echoing. Yeah, on your side.
It's echoing. Even
Yeah,
even now it's
like
echoing.
if I talk, I can hear myself from your.
What? Hang on.
But anyway, I'm sure you can still listen while I talk. So that's the thing though. Like I highly assume that it's probably translated in real time because I remember when Belle sing that last song, right? A million miles away. You get to see like she's surrounded by this orange text, or I think like it doesn't actually mean like I don't think it's any indecipherable text, but I have a feeling it's probably like it's for stylistic purpose, but at the same time probably a bit of world building where she's being translated. Who knows? But and another logistic issue with the worldview, right? Like how the world is, how your character is being built using their technology, where so you express your inner strength, right? Yeah,
You're straight. Where is this like? Where is this like Naruto? Like you need to like you need to do like some sort of spell, like like your inner chi or something.
uh, honestly, that's a very interesting concept. So, but at the same time, I wonder like how first of all, how do you achieve that, and second, like, does it mean certain people literally suck in the worldview? It's just like, what if they don't have inner strength? Like, how do you make the balance between that? I'm sure there will be a lot of ethical questions on that. And then, okay, this one might be a bit touchy, but
Mm.
if the world is built on inner strength, right? Then how come K, a 14-year-old boy who is in an abusive household, is actually the strongest avatar in the worldview? Like if it's strong because of emotional pain, I can't imagine like there's probably someone out there who's actually in a worse situation than him and even angrier. Like how come a 14-year-old child is actually that strong? Unless probably who knows, someone will handle with it like teenagers have stronger emotional energy or something. Who knows?
What?
But
No,
yeah,
no.
but no, not emotional control, just like emotional energy or outbursts. But what I'm trying to say, right, is just that 5 billion user in the world, and who knows, maybe it's like some in more like let's say like in a criminal den or something, and like they're suffering, like YK and why a Japanese 14-year-old, a 14-year-old teen in an abusive house, like that can be anyone else, like even worse. Not to say that K's life is easy. It's just that to be the strongest, I think like you need a little bit more than that to be the strongest user.
I think I would be more convinced if that's like Eddie Brock.
Oh,
No. In the serious, in the kind of a serious context, if it's Eddie Brock, I mean, like the Eddie Brock from the comics, not from the whatever Tom Hardy is doing. No,
Mhm.
I'm talking about like the one from the comic who's like really buff and really,
Is he
like
really
tracked
miserable?
as. Yeah, he kind of is. He like because he lost his like I think like he basically his life just went down the shitter after he met Spider-Man. so technically, not only the symbiote. Okay, so actually, right, the real symbiote is not really the symbiote. It's actually Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is like his ultimate like kryptonite.
Mhm.
Okay, so when Spider-Man comes along with his life, and then like what he lost his girlfriend, he lost his job, he can't pay his rent, he's got kicked out, and then he's like super frustrated. And how does he manage to do all this? He work out as much as he can.
But yeah, that's the thing
So
though.
somehow it does remind me a bit of like Taxi Driver, but whatever. Um, yeah, so that happens, and then the symbiote comes in to play, and then they apparently they both get along very, very well. Then yeah, that's how Venom was created. And also just sorry if I'm derailing this to fucking Venom, but I want to point out something. I don't know why the live action films make the symbiote of like Venom, because Venom is technically two entities into one, and then that's Venom. Because the symbiote is just a symbiote, just a black symbiote, and that's it. It's like a parasite, like that's it. But the Venom is literally Eddie Brock and Venom together, and the symbiote together, and then it becomes Venom.
Mm.
So yeah, just want to point that out because I am a bit annoyed when people might misinterpret this part. That's all. Back to you, Mr. Billy.
The real symbiote is the friends that we make along the way.
You're talking about me.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I think
Anyway,
no, I think the symbiote is just like a bunch of like these like buds like growing out of me.
yeah.
And then eventually it will encapsulate me, and then it becomes like, and then I'm becoming like a completely different like kind of potato, and then
Yeah.
I might name myself Putata
All
or
right.
something like. Well, that's not very intimidating, but you get my point.
Anyway, back to Belle. It's like I'm the one who have to leash you with. Maybe next time I'll ask our artist to put a leash, like give me a leash around you, just to
Or just like a small
just
like little worm like.
get back to the topic.
No. You're thinking about like a worm just like crawling like around like my
No,
potato.
no. All right.
Oh.
Anyway, right. But that's the thing though. Like as much as I love Belle, I can't call it perfect because first thing,
Nah.
yeah. Like first thing first, like you're right. I wish the ending is a bit more fleshed out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then it does like a lot of the story. It does require a bit of coincidence to happen that may or
Mm-hmm.
may not happen organically.
Mm-hmm.
And how to put this? Like um
Yes.
I don't know like how do I explain this. There's a bit, I mean, I suppose this is an anime we're talking about, but hello. Uh-oh. Hello. Can you turn on your webcam, please?
Yes. I'm back.
Your webcam is still off.
No, it's on.
Can you turn on and off? Wait, hang on. Let me.
Yeah, here I am back again. Oopsie.
All right, cool. Yep.
Yay.
All right. So, how to put this? It has a bit of that, um,
Hmm.
mellow, like how to put this? Is a bit, no, not over dramatic, I should say. But yeah, it's like
No,
in
I don't think
some
over
part,
dramatic. I don't
in
think
some
so.
part, I think it's just like fallen a bit conveniently, I should say, because like the solution to everything is songs. But still, I think it still delivered the message. I just like bit like a bit, a little bit too much, but still okay. What do you think?
It's a competent movie.
It's a. That's all I can say.
What?
That's all I can say. Just a competent movie.
It's a competent musical drama.
It's not a musical, but yep.
Screw you. I categorize it as a musical because it has a lot of songs. Okay, if it has more than five,
I mean,
if it has more than five pieces of people singing, I'll consider it as a musical. If it's lower than that, then I will probably tinker in my head like a little bit. But
at least you're not alone, because I did call it musical on social media too.
Ha!
Okay.
I knew it.
And then
Yeah,
go on.
It's competent. It's cute. You know, yeah, I kind of wish the ending is a little bit more clear. So the police would have knocked on my door. Well, actually, more like the FBI, because I think at this point I'm already on the sex offender registration list. But anyway, yeah, I think it's pretty solid. What else you want to say about this one? It's not. I mean, the thing is like it's not really a lot, honestly. It's just like you know, it's
yeah,
good.
it's like it's one of those feel good movies, isn't it?
That kind of makes the movie okay. Like if you say that, right, then you're telling the audience like, oh, it's a feel good movie. So if you watch this, then you know, you're not really as smart as you think. You just like to, you know, you just come to the movie and you feel great about it without really.
No. It has a lot of nuance there, which I like. But at the end of the day, it's like it's those sweet movie, I should say. Even though the characters themselves have to takes a few beatings here and there, and like maybe I put it in the wrong way, but now we put it mentioned that, but I still think that, you know, like it's one of those positive movie.
You didn't know what's a feel good movie?
What?
Venom. Let there be carnage. Hey. What I mean by feel good is, you know, you had some laughs. You don't need to think too hard. The story is like it is what you get from a Venom movie.
You really want us to do a Venom episode, don't you?
But technically, I already did like a few. I think like 2 weeks ago. Did I? 2 weeks ago?
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
wait, you put it in your list, but it's not an entire episode about Venom. Yeah.
I'm praying to Andy Serkins to make a third one so I can make an episode. and then I'm just gonna talk so much about. I'll actually be more surprised. I would actually, if I actually like Venom, the Venom series more than the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, which is still good. I won't lie. It's like it's cute. It's good.
All right. I think that's it for today.
I'm sorry if I bring up Venom too much, but
it's okay.
I like it a lot.
We love you, Potato. Although sometimes you say some weird shit though.
Hey, it's my opinion. Well, I think it's just like you know this little horde here. I think that's like the parasite talking. So.
All right. So.
Sorry, but yeah.
That's it for today's episode.
Yeah. See you later. Okay, I'm going to do my Mickey Mouse impression because, yeah. See you later, guys.
All right. Have a starchy day. Bye-bye.
Cowabunga. Woohoo.